We're wanting you to understand that when things work at their best, they are always mutually beneficial for everyone involved. And when you are in alignment with your desire, and your desire is maybe to have a better view, but your desire is also to honor the needs and requests of others, and your desire is also to honor nature, and your desire is also to be in harmony in your neighborhood, and your desire is also to be in alignment. In other words, you hold many desires, all of which are spinning in your vortex of creation. And when you don't use something that isn't going your way as your reason to hold yourself outside the vortex. When you bask and appreciate and love life around the things that aren't perfect for you in every moment, so that you let what is working be the basis of the reason that you offer your vibration, then what happens is you are frequently inside the vortex where the universe orchestrates circumstances and events for the accommodation of all who are involved. We're not kidding you about this. You can have everything you want without depriving anyone else of anything, because you live in a balanced enough universe that everything that you want is easily accommodatable by those who surround your object of attention. But unless you get in the vortex where who you really are and what you really want is, you will not see the path. You will not be there at the right time. You will not be a vibrational match to the unfolding that allows things to happen the way they need to happen in order to give you what you want. When you let this vibrational reality play a bigger role in the vibration that is you, what happens is you match up not just with the source you who you have helped become, but you match up with all of the circumstances and events that have already been assembled. We want to say to you that in this vortex of creation, all cooperative components have already been assembled. All cooperative components have already been assembled. Cooperative components for the absolute fulfillment of everything that you've asked for as far as you've been able to ask. The question that we want to help you ask and answer is, are you a compatible component to your own desires? And if you're ornery, the answer is no. If you're disappointed, the answer is no. If you're worried, the answer is no. If you are fitful, the answer is no. If you're overwhelmed, the answer is no. You got to be in the vicinity of hope and up. Hope, belief, love, knowing, joy, all that stuff. You got to be in the vicinity of that to really be in the vortex where what looks like magic to those outside the vortex is happening. It's not magic. It's natural. It's not magic. It's life. It's not magic. It's what law says it must be. We want to ask all of you, do you believe us when we say that when you are experiencing contrast of, let's say, sickness or something less than you want with your physical body, that you send an equal and proportionate request for wellness? Do you believe that? Yes. And so, if you believe that, as the larger part of you now is weller than it was before you got sick, can you accept that if you could just get into the vortex where the wellness is, you'd be well? You don't have to drag the sickness in there and heal it. That's really an important distinction. You don't have to fix what's broken. In other words, the vibration of the question and the vibration of the answer are different. The vibration of the problem and the vibration of the solution are different. The vibration of the sickness and the vibration of the healing are different. And so many people are so focused on the problem or the question or the sickness that they use that as their reason not to get into the vortex, where if you could just let go of those reasons and get in, watch a cat that's having a good day and get in. Jerry and Esther's neighbor's cat wants to live with them. And spends almost all day on their porch looking in, saying, aren't I cute? Don't you like me? Wouldn't you really like to pet me? Wouldn't you really like to give me something to eat? Wouldn't you really like to take a walk with me? In other words, that cat is just joy oozing. Esther has attracted the cat because she loves happy beasts. And so here's this cat just happy and around, happy and around, happy and around, happy and around. Really a wonderful, easy thing to use as an excuse to get into a vortex. There are so many easy reasons to get into the vortex, but you have to let go of that flawed premise that you've been carrying around for a long time, which is, I have to ferret out my problem. I have to shine a spotlight on it. I have to get it identified and confirmed by many other experts. I have to write about it to everyone I know. I have to take complete ownership of it. I have to practice the complete vibration of it. I have to become an absolute vibrational match to it, and then I have to take hold of it in some way and drag it to a place that it will never be allowed to go. And we say, just let it go. It isn't you. It isn't you. Just let it go. Those problems, they are not you. They are the catalyst that gave you a bounce, but they no longer represent you. Go to who you are. Go to where you are. Feel the fullness of who you are and watch all of that stuff just fall away, fall away. It will fall away instantaneously in terms of your emotion or mood. And once you hang around in the vortex for a while, it will fall away in terms of all manifestations. And people will say, hey, where'd that go? You say, what? What? I have no idea what you're even talking about. Now what? Your guidance system is relational. It's letting you know how what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're saying right here, right now, this red hot minute stacks up with who you really are and what you really know and how you really feel, you see. Now sometimes something will happen and you will know it's just wrong. Esther will say, Abraham, it's wrong. Agree with me. It's wrong. And we say, we agree with you. Just don't ask us to come out of our vortex of well-being to wallow with you in your disconnection. In fact, that's the only reason that disconnection can ever occur. You have walked away, you have wallowed away from who you really are. Because who you really are is in this vortex of creation, in this vibrational reality, where all new requests go. What do you mean a vibrational reality? It's not very satisfying. Can I spend it? Can I sleep with it? What do you mean vibrational reality? And we say everything that you know that is physical now was vibrational reality first. In other words, there is a vibrational reality at the basis of all that you know. And so when you understand that when you don't have enough money and you ask for more, you have put over time a veritable fortune in your vibrational reality. But to claim it, you got to get in this vortex of creation where the vibration is that which you have become. And that's a part of our message to you that stretches your thinking just a little bit, because you have been magnificently focused in your leading edge time-space reality, out here on the leading edge, sifting through contrast, and you've come to think that reality, which is what you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch, that this reality that so many of you agree upon, that this reality is what you have come forth to create. And we want you to understand that while you are certainly the creator of this magnificent time-space reality, that if you will just for a little while focus upon the vibrational reality that you are creating, that you always create first, and let this vibrational reality and all of the feelings within it be what motivate you in the direction of the choosing of the thoughts that you choose. If we can convince you in this short time that we are together today to let this vibrational reality be the important thing that it really is in the context of the big picture of your life, if we can distract you from the reality of what's going on in your bank account or what's going on in your body or what's going on in your relationships, if you can be distracted from it long enough that you deactivate the vibration of it while you activate the vibration of what you really want relative to those subjects, it is our promise to you that your reality will begin to morph. It will evolve. It will change. It will match perfectly the image of what's going on over here in this vortex of creation. We really like it when we find an analogy. This vortex analogy is so magnificent. We've written a book about it because we want you to understand that you are source energy also in a physical body. But the source part of you, this expanded part of you, is evolving because of the physical part of you. This is the thing that so many of our physical friends don't understand. They think, oh, I might have been non-physical and there might be some soul or source in me and there might be a God who is aware of me. But here I am out here on this bleeding leading edge, and aren't I here to prove some sort of worthiness? And we say, not in any way. You are here to create. You are here as an expander of this ever-expanding universe, and you can't stop the expansion. All day, every day, you are contributing to the expansion of this universe. Future generations will benefit mightily by what you have put into this vortex. But the reason that we're here talking to you is because you've summoned us also to let you know that we don't think that you should have to croak to catch up with what you put in the vortex. We think that you should be able to be aware of this vibrational reality and tune yourself emotionally to it, to the point that you are a chronic vibrational match to the evolved being that you have become. Because unless you are keeping up with who life has caused you to become, you're not going to feel good, and no one can do anything about it other than you. Sometimes Esther will say, somebody should fix that for me, because if that were fixed, I would feel better. And we don't disagree with her. It's better to look at things that are the way you want them to be. You do feel better. But if you are dependent even a little bit on somebody else fixing something so that you can feel better, you are aware that there are too many moving parts. You are aware that that's a very conditional love that has such limits, because you cannot control enough of the environment around you to hold yourself steadily in alignment with who you are. But when you discover, and you may very well do it here today, that your good feeling in the moment, that your friskiness, that your clarity, that your vitality and stamina, that your love, that your appreciation, that your joy, that your good feeling in this moment is contingent only upon one thing. Only one thing, and that is your vibrational proximity to who you really are. Who you are is liquid love. Who you are is pure positive energy. So when you're feeling despair or depression, vibrationally speaking, you're way off the track. But that does not keep the source within you from knowing you and loving you and being the larger part of you and calling you home to it, calling you in the direction of it. You are the creator of your experience. And when contrast causes you to ask, you really owe it to yourself to go in the direction of what you've asked for. But we know you're all excited about reality. And so you want to talk about it. You want to measure it. You want to compare it. And we are not saying that you shouldn't, because you should, because the contrast is what causes you to give birth to the improvement. But you as humans have made such a career out of holding yourself in the justification or the rationalization for the improvement that you seek, that you slow the improvement that you seek way, 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 way down. We call this gathering the art of allowing, and what it really means is the art of allowing yourself, by virtue of your choices, alignment with the fullness of who you are. Because unless you are aligned with the fullness of who you are, you don't feel good. And the thing that's tricky, it's not tricky, but it's interesting. It seems tricky from outside the vortex. It makes perfect sense from inside the vortex. But here's what seems tricky to you. This very contrast that causes you to expand, and then your inability or unwillingness, or in most cases just lack of understanding, that keeps you from lining up with the expansion, is the only reason that you ever feel bad. In other words, what we just said to you is, if your life didn't cause you to be more, you wouldn't feel bad not being it. But since your life is causing you all day, every day to be more, you got to let yourself be it, or you don't feel good, and on and on. If you've got negative emotion and you don't know that what it means is The larger part of you expanded and you didn't go yet. So you just keep beating the drum that holds you away from who you are. Don't worry, it will get bigger. And the reason it gets bigger is because the expanded you continues to call you, and when you don't go, the negative emotion, your indicator of separation.